Hello and welcome to the New Normal with Steve Benequist. I'm New Normal and this is the Steve Benequist. Welcome back to the New Normal Lounge. I'm just kicking it here with my Himalayan sea salt lamp and my little wooden guy and my chalkboard wall. And my apologies up front if I am a little bit slow today. I had my second COVID shot a couple of days ago and it did take it out of me. I'm still getting back to normal, but more on that ahead. The Democrats passed Biden's $1.9 trillion relief bill without a single Republican vote in either house of Congress. More on that ahead. Also coming up, we have a new anti-ad. More on that later. We also have a new t-shirt design. And no, I'm not wearing it. More on that later. The Big and Tall Show 8th anniversary. More on that later. And the new normal that we're all experiencing. Things are getting better, yet somehow basically staying the same. More on that later. But first, my second shot.
Whoa, Steve. Aren't you going to do the Lil?
Come on, Lyle.
Lil Steve.
So, what Lyle's talking about is some time ago, maybe 10 episodes, we added Lil to the title of the show, A New Normal with Lil Steve Benequist, because a viewer convinced us that we should embrace our inner hip-hop edge and let that help the show soar to popularity. But I don't really see how we can do it, Lyle. How are we going to make the show more hip-hop and yet keep it real to what the show is?
Come on, homeboy. Step one is sideways baseball cap.
I don't wear baseball caps hardly ever, let alone sideways.
How about some slang? You add though after a thing, and it's like a whole sentence. Like
What's
good
an
or
example?
bad. Well, like that $1,400 relief check, though, or though burrito farts,
Lyle,
though.
that's childish.
Ooh, that Waba Grill, though.
Was that positive or negative? No, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't care. I'm cutting you off. We actually don't have ads on here, but we do have anti-ads. And we've got one for you just about now. Here we go. We're doing this for KDOC, a television station in Los Angeles, or any station in your area that's still running ads for MyPillow. Here we go. Do you own a television station and need ad revenue to stay on the air? Do you also love democracy, care about your viewers' rights, and remember that you only control the license to your airwaves by their good graces via the government? Then don't air commercials from MyPillow. The CEO of the company promotes conspiracy theories for which he is being sued, actively tried to persuade the last president to declare martial law to steal the election, and every time he opens his mouth is doing an offensive parody of brain-damaged drug addicts and pillow sellers, or pillow wallas as they're known in India. There are so very many companies out there who don't support insurrection, spread lies about elections, or sound like they lost their teeth and their hearing aids at the same time every time they speak. So if your local TV station, like at KDOC TV in Los Angeles, on Twitter, airs MyPillow ads, tweet at them to get the same money from a non-fascist company. Do it today. And as I said, we don't have sponsors here. We don't have ads, but we do take donations. There's a Venmo link and a PayPal link underneath this in the text, the body of the text, on YouTube. And also, I guess while we're doing business here, we sell T-shirts. There's a New Normal shirt, and since I designed that one, I have a few other T-shirt designs that are on my Etsy page. But here's another brand new one that I came up with as a graphic last year, in time for St. Paddy's Day. But it was just a quick thing on Twitter and Instagram, a quick graphic. I had no notion that this would be around a whole of the year, and I have time to make T-shirts. So here we go. It's Kiss Me, I'm Virish, which let me know if you want it as a mask. Right now I get it as a T-shirt, but you get black, you get green. Go get one. I'll have one by the time. If I'm going to order it tomorrow, and I'll have it by St. Paddy's Day. You do the same, won't you? All right. So here we are. As you may remember from a month ago, February 8th, my episode 105, Uncle Jabby, which is a reference to an actual great uncle of mine whose nickname was Jabby, and I don't know what his real name was. Colorful character, fired a cannon on the weekends when he'd get rip-roaring drunk. otherwise a very sober man. I used it because I got the jab. Anyway, I got the first shot of the COVID-19 vaccine, the Moderna. And in the interest of public health and to prepare you for when you get your shot, I will share with you how it went down. Because actually, had I known a little more ahead of time, this would have comforted me to know that I was going to kind of feel like crap for. I'm an outlier apparently. I had a full 2 days of waking up feeling chills, sweats, a big old pain in my shoulder. Get it in your non dominant arm, like I did on my left, because it hurts every time you raise up to get that glass of water off the bedside table and etc. So I slept a lot also, but day one was that. Day two is that, maybe times 80%, a little less. Day three, I woke up just fine and dandy, so that was great. And this time, much less bother in general. The arm pain was less. I didn't have the chills or sweats, and I've been tired is the main thing. But I talked to people who have had any combination. Either the first jab was strong reaction, the second was little, like me, or the flip of that, or both were really hard, or both were really easy. So just leave yourself a day off if you can, just in case you feel like crap. Anyway, that brings me to what is my personal new normal, which really dovetails with how everyone's new normal is going to be soon, because as Biden said in his speech, when you're watching this last night, he's hoping that all adults in this country will have it available to them by May 1st, which is only like 6 weeks away. So, how does this change my life now that I have all this protection? And it turns out, not a whole lot. My new normal doesn't change much until everybody's normal changes. It's one of those things that we've had to keep learning again and again over the course of this pandemic, which is that a highly transmissible disease, a pandemic, is a shared problem, like healthcare ought to be. I mean, not problem, a thing we all share. And until we're all protected, life isn't normal again for each of us. It's too soon for me to travel anywhere. Do I want to get on a plane and still wear a mask for 6 to 12 hours, depending if I go to the East Coast or a different country? No, frankly. And if I went to those places, things would still be closed. There wouldn't be much to do. And a lot of them are closed down and won't let you go to them anyway, if we're talking countries. And because of those new variants, I don't even know if I'm truly immune. If I were to be exposed to the London variant or the South Africa variant or the Brazil variant, there's all these ones. We don't really know. So for that reason, I'm going to keep wearing a mask. Locally, I'm going to keep wearing a mask for that reason, but also because I don't want to be yelled at by people who think I'm an anti-masker. I want to respect people who don't have the shot yet, make them feel safe. And I don't want to have to explain myself to everyone and say, I'm vaccinated! And then explain even more when they ask how I'm vaccinated. Say, I'm over 65. I'm much older than I look. And actually, this is probably a good moment to explain, because I have gotten a lot of viewer mail, ranging from the merely curious to downright hate mail and threats. The reason I have gotten the vaccination is not because I paid anyone off or know a guy or anything like that. Nothing shady. I am actually 66 years old. And boy, Hollywood is a very ageist place. It's a place with a lot of pressure to look young. You see guys with no teeth wearing hoodies and baggy jeans and or skinny jeans. Either one, it's all bad. And it kind of sucks, You show your ID on a plane and get stopped by a cop and they don't believe you. If you look so much younger than you are, as I do, it's not the picnic you imagine it to be. Getting sucked into conversations with millennials who think you're one of them and that they assume that you care and know about their references. Let's talk about Woodstock, baby. Come on! All right, Janis Joplin didn't need no Snapchat puppy filters to rock the house. So, anyway, where was I? Right, right. My life isn't that different from having the shot. Or so you think. It's still gathering. It will be different. It's when all of us get it. But I was talking to my cousin who lives in New York City just the other day, and he in New York is ahead of LA in terms of being safe enough to open things up. They've got some things open, and when he told me that he ate inside a restaurant, at a diminished capacity, I did feel a little glimmer. And when he told me that he went to a museum, I felt a tingle. And when he said that he went to a movie, I got the vapors. I got the vapors. Okay? Because these are all things I love to do. And LA, like New York, has excellent versions of all those things. I love our museums. I love LACMA, the LA County Museum of Art. There's so many. I love Mocha downtown. The restaurants are too numerous to mention, and bars, and this is a real film buff city. I love going not only to modern theaters with the latest IMAX technology, but we also have great revival houses. We show like if you want to go see a movie from 1940 with an audience at it, and maybe even some film historian that knows something about it to introduce it, man, you can do that. Quentin Tarantino owns a theater that the New Beverly that shows old stuff, and fortunately, I think he'll still be able to afford to keep it open. So I looking forward to that. So also, I'm glad that part of that $1.9 trillion package that the Democrats has passed is going to help artistic institutions, and I believe bars and restaurants too. So hang in there, guys. Survive. And in the meantime, if you can support your businesses, do it. Go order some cocktails to go, even though you know it's overpriced. You haven't spent money on going out to restaurants. You got it. Unless you also don't have a job and then you don't got it. So, spend according to your means, to paraphrase Marx. I've already told you about the t-shirt. Oh, yes. We're coming near the end of the episode. Next week is something very special. Today, as I'm recording this, it's the 11th. You're watching it on the 12th. March 11th, 2020 was the last live Big and Tall show, which is a variety comedy music sketch character show that I started in 2013 and have had various partners in it over the years. And it was still a going concern until then, and we had just done our 7th anniversary. I've not done Zoom shows. I don't enjoy them that much, although I've had fun on a couple. And now some of us are spread out. One of my favorite co-hosts ever, Dean Hagland, lives all the way in Michigan. And so I'm seeing this as a blessing, actually, this time, because he's going to co-host. So I believe that'll be next Thursday on Instagram. Follow me or just find me if you don't want to commit, but it's at Steve Benequist on Instagram. And I think I can save the video and maybe put it up somewhere else afterwards, but don't count on it. And we're going to have great guests, so I haven't announced the lineup yet. We do have J.P. Houston doing some songs, and we have Matt Knudsen, the very funny Matt Knudsen, and more to come. So, that's it for this episode of The New Normal. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope everything is new and normal with you. And until next time, I'm Steve Benequist, reminding you that if it ain't new, it ain't normal.